So our next one here, number 8, Ric Flair. Woo! I don't think it's possible to say his name.
Now we're talking about some fucking heat. It's so weird that I saw that last match and then watched this one and goes, why does this go way harder than that last fucking match? I don't get it, but it did.
We're here at number 8, Ric Flair versus Vince McMahon. I will forever be confused as to how we got to this match in the first place, but we'll forever be grateful that we did.
That promo, though, doesn't age well. Doesn't age well. I'll tell you what. It did not age well. No.
Oh, my God. You're talking about the one of him in the chair when he's just... Oh, man.
What?
The NW...
What he said?
The specific.
He said he's like what is it? Something about making people suffer.
Yeah,
and that it turns him off.
It turns me
on. I was like, oh, whoa, dude, this is not aging well. Dude.
This is not gonna go well.
Or is it?
Well, it sold tickets at the time, I guess.
Dude, but that promo was fire, though. I ain't gonna hold you. It was good.
Yeah. And this was Ric Flair's first program back after years out of the WWE. Ric Flair's last year in WWE was 1992, something like that, or 93. Can't remember the specific year that he was gone. I know he dropped the belt to Bret Hart. It had to have been 92 because he dropped the belt to Bret in Saskatchewan and then left. But so you're talking about I want to say a 10-year absence from WWE. He went back to WCW, spent about 10 years there. Then he came back. He came back as the I'll never forget that promo in my life. Flair comes back out of the fucking blue right after Survivor Series, and Team WWF defeats Team WCW or Team Alliance or whatever the fuck. And Kurt Angle's like a double agent, right? So he switched heel and joined the Alliance, and then at Survivor Series switched back to WWE, became a babyface. And he tried to be a babyface. He was still a heel. Vince tried to award Kurt Angle the world title, the WWF Championship, in place of Steve, because Steve was on the Alliance, and the Alliance is now out of business, so I get to name a champion. And he was going to hand the belt to Kurt Angle as a thank you for beating the Alliance. And then Ric Flair comes out, and the consortium, woo, the consortium was me, and now we're partners. And they were 50% owners, Vince and Ric Flair, 50% owners of WWE. And
a great fucking story, man.
And they just butted heads, and it led to this fucking match. And the beautiful, Vince McMahon in the Ric Flair robe in the ring, and Rick is like, take that off. You haven't earned the right. You haven't sweat. You haven't bled. You haven't paid the price. And then he pulls out the pipe and just clocks Ric Flair with the gun.
This was Vince, if I remember correctly, because I kind of vaguely remember seeing this when it happened. This was the first time Vince was in the ring for a match, right?
No, 2000.
Because I distinctively, maybe I'm remembering the first time, mixing up the first time with this one, because I distinctively remember, and in this whole match, they kept pointing it out, how fucking big Vince was for this match. Well, he was big as fuck. So I don't remember if this is when he bulked up for this match, and that's why I remember that.
99, he was a greased up asshole. For sure. His first official match was at the 99 Royal Rumble. And he was greased to the goddamn gills then. And he was...
Who's he against?
He was in the Rumble. That's what I'm saying. He was against everybody. That was when he fought Steve. And then when he fought Steve, here, I'm going to show this to you here. Right there. That's the 99 Royal Rumble. This motherfucker is greased.
Okay, that's probably what I remember. I remember there was a time where he came out for the first time and he revealed his body, basically.
Yeah, that was it right here.
And he was massive.
And
he was huge.
I will never forget King's reaction when he comes over. Look at this! He said, "Whoa, he is ready for Stone Cold Steve Austin."
We're gonna have to talk about it another time. But if there's one thing this is bringing really shining light on, is that JR King commentary team was
Tough,
fucking
tough.
unbelievable,
They're
dude.
tough. They're tough.
Oh
That
my! And
chemistry was crazy.
I like our commentary team now. I do. I really do. I hate that it rotates because of certain obligations sometimes. It's not always the same. That's one thing you got with those two that you don't really get
It
today,
was every
which is
week.
fine.
Yeah, yeah.
But I love our commentary team today, aside from one person. But they just cannot hold the candle to. We gotta talk about this another time, but we need
Oh
to
yeah,
give
for
JR
sure.
and King their flowers. We need to spend an episode or some shit because these two are just bringing back
Specifically, just
so
those
many.
two, or do you want to talk about other commentaries, or you just want to talk JR and King?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I lean more just talking about King, but
Okay.
JR is a big part of that. But
Oh no, you can't do King without talking about
and
JR.
I know
Yeah,
no
yeah.
disrespect, but my nostalgia like dopamine hit right now is coming from King, dude.
Yeah.
It's just a sidebar. We need to come up with something with that because this is
The,
bringing me down memory lane. I fucking love
we'll
listening to
talk
this shit.
about it for sure, but just to tease the audience, we're talking about it's it really depends on your generation, and I don't want to get off on a tangent off of this match, but
Right, right,
like
right.
if you are older than our generation, p- people really look at Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby Heenan as one of the greatest goddamn commentary teams of all time. And if you listen to their stuff, it's a strong goddamn argument. They're very good together. But just for longevity purposes, people forget we didn't actually get JR and King for a long period of time. People forget that. They consider JR and King the voices of the Attitude Era, and they last
Mm-hmm.
a little longer than the Attitude Era for sure. But we may have gotten them as a full-time just two-man table for like maybe 8 or 9 years, which is long in comparison to what we get now. Now we can't get two people at the same table for more than 9 months. But for that time period, I think it was really taken for granted how good they really were. Because the minute we started mix mashing them and incorporating other people, it started getting like Michael Cole's edition was cool, but then when you started getting into the mid 2000s and now you're adding I'm trying to think of names off the top of my head. I can't even remember now for people because they were influxing different people. They
There
were
was a
splitting,
small stint there where
yeah,
they were trying to find that. It was
Coach
obviously
Finn
Michael
and
Cole. Yeah,
yeah,
it was obviously Michael Cole, but they were
yeah,
trying to find his person, and
yeah.
they had a hard time there for
They
a
ended up
while.
finding the perfect team with Michael Cole when they had it when they put him on SmackDown with Taz. I feel like Michael Cole and Taz
I remember that.
were
Yeah.
really, really good together. As a matter of fact, Michael Cole just the other day when they were doing some show where Michael Cole shouted out a couple of his broadcast partners and he shouted out Taz, which is hilarious considering that he's in AEW. But I don't think either one of them really give a shit. But no, yeah, they were trying, but that chemistry between those two are ridiculous. And this right here is right in the middle of it, 2002, with Flair and Vince and their story together. It's just
Well, I bring that up because, again, you have let's be honest, Flair is Flair.
yeah,
McMahon is the owner. We have two people here. One's a little bit older. Well, they're both older. One's experienced riding a bike, and the other one is obviously been training, but like he's not really that experienced. He knows of it. Obviously, he's exposed to it, but to actually do it and make it look good is completely different. And I think not only did those two make this match really good, they obviously took it seriously. They took the program seriously. It was entertaining from beginning to end. They really told the story in the ring wrestling, which is crazy to say, but
yeah,
that commentary team alongside with it
oh
is
yeah,
what
sure,
just made it so like believable. They make you believe that you already do that Vince really shouldn't be in here doing this, but he's
yeah,
actually fucking Rick up like
yeah.
well too. It was just a. I feel like that. So I gotta peep the rest of your list, but right now this match is a lot higher. It should go up. to me. This was
Okay.
good. This was good.
Don't sleep. For those of you out there who've never really seen, because it's been a long time, obviously, who's never seen Vince McMahon matches, don't let, like, you used an analogy a second ago that I'll use now, and I'll put it in different contexts. Ric Flair is the greatest bike rider of all time, and he got in a race with some guy who's owned the bike shop for forever. Not necessarily a bike rider, but he's owned the bike shop. He knows about biking. He just is not a bike rider, and still made it work. It's not a if you think of Shawn Michaels, they call Shawn Michaels Mr. WrestleMania. He's had some of the greatest WrestleMania matches of all time, Shawn. You can go ahead and you can list them, match after match after match. One of those matches that you have to mention with some of Shawn's greatest matches of all time at WrestleMania is Vince McMahon. It's not a fucking mistake. At WrestleMania 17, what was the match that stole the show? Vince and Shane. It's not a mistake. There's something to these Vince matches. That's why they happened very rarely. Stone Cold Steve Austin's greatest cage match was against Vince McMahon. It's not a mistake. He has this ability to just be okay with getting his ass kicked. He makes getting his ass kicked look good.
The crazy part is that like a lot of people, and we can move on after this if you want, but a lot of people like to give Vince shit about the way that he had a chokehold on the way certain things worked. But when someone tells you that, or when you get the vibe that someone's ideal isn't just wrestling, anyone can wrestle, can you tell a story? And when that man who tells you that then goes out and literally does it. He is not the wrestler, but he is telling you want to beat the shit out of him. Whether it be people hate Vince McMahon as a real person, it doesn't matter. You still have to deliver it in a program, in a package. And he was able to do that. So now when that man goes back to the locker room and goes, I don't care how good you wrestle, what's your gimmick? And you can't give him nothing. You're out of here, and go watch him do it and learn something, because that's what he wants.
Vince was the kind of person, he didn't ask you to do anything he wouldn't do. All those crazy entrances coming from the ceiling and all that stuff, he did all of them before the wrestler.
I mean, the man has said the N-word in front of a black man on live TV. He's willing to risk it all for his program. Let's not forget this.
Tell me he didn't just say that.
That's crazy.
Oh my God. Vince McMahon is a crazy fucking animal, man. Not to mention, he's the kind of person that he knows he can't pull off a match. The whole match depends on him getting his ass kicked. So he would get mad if you didn't stiff him. If you didn't fuck him up, he's gonna be mad. Like he wanted Kevin Owens is like, he wanted me to headbutt him as hard as I possibly fucking could. And to the point where, like, right before they came out, he was just talking shit on Kevin. Like, to egg him the fuck on. And then just like, lay it the fuck in, you fat fuck. Get in here and do it. Okay, cool. We got the that's it. See, you wanted me to fucking lay it in, motherfucker. I laid it in.